Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. Today I'm going to be talking about unique upgrades for our 50th new player guide video series. I think based off the 49th video when I talked about special upgrades, I was asked if I could do a video on unique upgrades, and I was waiting for them to add in the Holland and Venezia unique upgrades since my video would become outdated in less than a month with the new patch that is put in 12.3. So they've done that. So we're going to look at the unique upgrades, and I'm showing you Des Moines right now because the only unique upgrade I actually have in possession is on the Des Moines, being in the 6th slot, the enhanced propulsion plants, which time taken to reach full engine power and accelerating, negative 15%. And you tie that with the 4th slot, means you have some insanely incredible fast propulsion for Des Moines. If you want to see the meme video all about this, then check out the Sailing Robin. He has a Des Moines memes video, or Des Memes, I don't know what it's called it, and it's amazing. I watch it multiple times every year because it's such a good video. So we're going to go into Armory, and if you're a newer player and you don't have access to the Research Bureau yet, I have a separate video on that, it'll take you 5 tier 10 ships before you gain access to the Research Bureau. But this video is kind of going off of the unique upgrades that I showed, or these here, sorry, or special upgrades I showed in the last new player guide video. Today we're going to talk about these upgrades. So here you see Holland and Venezia. You gain these unique upgrades with the purchase of Research Bureau points. I only have 3,000 right now. I just spent, I think it was like 51,000 to pick up the USS Illinois, the tier 9 American battleship with Des Moines cruiser guns. So you can get ships, you can get signals, things like that. But for purposes of this video, we're going to be talking about the upgrades. Now, I will make a disclaimer. I don't own all these tier 10 ships. I have played with some of these on the public test server. In terms of owning them here on my NA server account, I do not own every single one of these. So from a statistical perspective, I'll give you the best of my knowledge regarding them. I'm sure there's been some other community contributors in World of Warships and some WoW's YouTube content creators who have made some videos. For example, I know that everyone's a fan of Flamu, but Flamu has done actually a pretty good one. It is a really good video. Where he breaks down going through unique upgrades, and he has more player experience than myself, so definitely check that video out as he does them in a tier list. Perhaps I can do that one day once I get a little more experience here in the game. So the goal is that I can try to spend like roughly a minute, or maybe not much more than that, because otherwise this is going to turn into an hour-long video, and I don't want to do that to you. So let's start with the two new unique upgrades they've added into the game. So when you add these unique upgrades, you are typically, I think it's the 5th or the 6th slot you are having to give up. So for example, on Holland, I think 6th slot I run the torpedo reload modification. So that means if I want to run the advanced mechanical maintenance, I have to give that up. But what you get out of this is actually pretty cool. So you get additional consumable, so additional repair party, additional defensive AA. So, and then the maximum ship speed while the engine boost consumable is active is plus 8%, because you do also get an engine boost. So maximum ship speed while the engine boost is active plus 8%. So that's great. So you're being even faster. And then your HP restoration efficiency when using the repair party consumable is plus 25%. So I think it was a plus like 50% or something before, and now it's up to plus 75% effectively. So you can heal back a lot of damage, meaning that Holland is this torpedo gunboat, it's a hybrid, but Holland does best with torpedoes. So you get additional consumable, and so additional heal, additional engine boost, additional defensive AA, and you're going to be able to heal back more damage. So this is actually, I would say, pretty good, competitive, but it's at the cost of you giving up torpedoes, so to your own. Now the Venezia one is looking really, really cool. So in this one, you have to give up your whatever you're running in slot 5. So from my Venezia, I run concealment. So it means I'm giving up concealment. and strengthens the tactical role of a warship, allowing for more frequent maneuvers under the cover of smoke. So the Venezia has a smoke generator. This unique upgrade is known as the augmented smoke generator. And you get 2 additional smoke generators, and you can be going full speed, and this smoke conceals you. And then the smoke generator consumable cooldown is time is negative 55%. So this is actually really good, because a lot of times you're not always dark. You're detected per se if you gave up concealment, and at the expense of that you're getting the your smoke in less than half the time. And you can even work this down a little bit with, I think, a combat signal. So this is actually a really decent one, allowing you to make some more maneuvers and get out of tricky situations more quickly, because the fact that your smoke generator is coming off cooldown so that much more quickly. So that's actually really good. For the Audacious, giving up the slot 6, this is the forced takeoff and landing equipment. Expands the ship's tactical role by reducing the minimum effective engagement range. Ship's detectability range it's reduced by negative 15%. Your rudder shift time is negative 30%. Your squadron engine boost duration is plus 20%, so longer, quick, being able to get across the map that much quicker because you have the extended duration of your engine boost. And then time taken to reach full engine power when accelerating, negative 50%. So this one focuses more around the ship itself rather than the aircraft. The only thing affected with the aircraft is the squadron engine boost duration. So I don't play carriers that much, but when I'm looking at this statistically and from the experiences I do have with carriers, I don't think this is that great of a unique upgrade. For those, on any of these unique upgrades I comment on, if you, as a viewer watching, and you have a unique upgrade, please throw in your feedback below in the comments, because we're all going to be kind of wondering on some of these together, and you can give your thoughts and opinions on these unique upgrades as well in the comments. So this is just revolving around the ship itself, which I don't know how great that is, because this is really more of a defensive capability, avoiding torpedoes, less chances of being detected, acceleration to get away from things. So I don't think this one is that great. The Daring, heavier torpedo warheads, improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of torpedo attacks. So a ship's detectability range is negative 5%. Now this is in slot 5, so I run concealment in slot 5, and right now I'd mean I'd have negative 10% concealment. So I have to give up a little bit concealment with this. It's not bad, but negative 5% versus negative 10%. Your torpedo damage goes up by plus 15%. Ship detectability range for submarines when underwater, negative 5%, so tied to the concealment. And your torpedo tube reload time is reduced by negative 20%. So this one is not too shabby. You have pretty good concealment overall with Daring compared to a lot of other ships. To me, Daring is like the ideal hybrid destroyer in the game because of her torpedoes, and I play her for clan battles a lot. But I'm not sure in a competitive sense if I'm willing to give up more concealment just to have heavier hitting torpedoes, but they do reload faster. So I'm a bit mixed about this one, depending on how good I think it is. I think it's decent. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's terrible, but I think it's decent. So you'd have to look and see, which I just don't have all the time to go in. I don't want to make this video insanely long to see what that torpedo damage increase would be. But I mean, the fact that it's negative 5% and you're not giving up concealment completely is nice. So if you have this, let us know in the comments what you think about that unique upgrade. Hakuryu Fuel Injection System. Your maximum squadron speed goes up by plus 12.5%, and your squadron engine boost duration is reduced by negative 30%. So you're getting overall a faster maximum speed with your aircraft, but your boost will go down. They won't last as long. So it's kind of a trade-off. You're getting across the map overall more quickly, I would say. Just that your engine boosts don't last as long, and you already get the recharge or consumable for the aircraft. So this one's probably not too bad. It increases your terms of effectiveness of getting strikes off across the map. for slot 6. So for those who have this, let us know in the comments your thoughts. I'm kind of mixed about this. I see the use of it, but I don't own Hakuryu. I've never played it before, so I really can't speak too much into that unique upgrade. Now the Harugumo one, I've seen in action. It's really cool. So it's called the additional smoke generators. This, you give up concealment for Harugumo in order to run this. It improves the ship's tactical role by reducing the minimum effective engagement range thanks to the ability to maneuver in smoke areas at low speeds. So you get an additional consumable, number of ship consumables, +1. That's great. Your smoke generator consumable action time goes up by +100%, which is really, really good. So you get to lay down these insanely long smoke screens with the Harugumo. So you see people in clan battles, even King of the Seas, that will run this. So it's really good overall for tactical when you're doing a team play with friendlies and cruisers and randoms. Maybe it's not so strong if you're not playing a division or with friends who maybe won't really take use and advantage of this. But you can div up and get some really good mileage out of this. It's kind of dependent, I would say, at the cost of your concealment. And then your smoke screen dispersion time is +30%. And then there's other, we talked about, for example, smoke generator modification 1. This goes in your third slot. Action time, 30 seconds. Smoke screen dispersion time, -5%. So you can build into these things and make your smoke screens really long. So that's actually, this one's pretty good overall for team play or clan play. If you're going to play in randoms, yeah, it's probably not so much worth it in random battles. But if you're playing division play, clan battles, King of the Seas, you can actually probably get a lot of use out of this. So I would recommend it in that regard. For Colbert, it goes in the 6th slot, so this means you'd be giving up something like the main battery reload modification 2 for faster reload time. This changes the ship's tactical role by allowing for sudden and stealth torpedo attacks. So you can take concealment in slot 5 for -10%, and then you can take this unique upgrade, and the ship's detectable range is reduced by -20%. But your main battery reload time goes increased by +60%. So you're really taking away from the guns on the Colbert in favor of the torpedoes. And these torpedoes they reload faster than Marseille's, but they have an 8-kilometer range versus Marseille's 9-kilometer range. And then you're just kind of really nerfing your guns. So it gives the Colbert a different gameplay, because with your engine boost, pop out around the island, or getting your concealment down so you can actually stealth torpedo with the Colbert. It's kind of crazy. Now I don't see many players run this at all. It gives the ship a completely different play style. Most people play Colbert for the guns. You got the French armor scheme per se, French saturation. So I don't recommend this very highly. But if you have research where it points to blow and you just want to change things up, then hey, check this out. Kremlin, this is the automated main battery loading mechanism. Upgrade is available in slot 6. So this changes the ship's tactical role by shifting the effective engagement range from long to medium distance. Okay, so what's happening here in slot 6 is that your main battery reload time is being reduced by -18%. Versus the current mod is the main battery modification 2 is -12%. So you're gaining -6% faster reload on your guns at the expense of giving up range. Your main battery firing range is reduced by -12%. Now you don't get spotter plane on Kremlin, and with how it's kind of dangerous to push in, especially first half of a battle. You might be very frustrated in how this nerfs your range on your Kremlin. So I don't recommend this one too highly, because you get to keep your range without this and a -12% with the main battery modification 2. Main battery modification is a 3 on Kremlin. I can hop back out to just look at Kremlin real quick. I still need to do a video on the Kremlin. I'm blind. Here. Yeah, main battery modification 3. So you can see it here. So your range is 20.7 kilometers. So it's going to put you underneath, I think, 19 kilometers roughly. And you don't have spotter planes. So that's pretty sus. So I don't recommend this one too highly. Maybe if we're playing Kremlin in something like ranked, then I can see the value of that upgrade increasing that much more. Oh gosh, I need to go through these faster. Midway. Upgrade is available in slot 6. Modified external hardpoints. Expand the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of bombers. Bomber cruising speed plus 5%. Bomb damage plus 10%. So this is really investing into your bombers. So if you've invested into your bombers with your upgrade build, then you can probably get some really good use out of this one. Kind of, when I look at this in first glance, I have Midway, I've played Midway. I kind of like the looks of this unique upgrade. So it could be a little more worthwhile than something else you'd want in the slot 6. But you're focusing more on the bombs, so it means you're probably going to be trying to play bombers more, which means you need to manage the aircraft a bit more in the sense that you don't deplete your squadrons for your bombers. Grozavoy, the main gun automatic loader. This is in exchange for slot 6. It improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of artillery. So your main battery reload time is going to go to negative 18%, where right now if you'd run main battery modification 3 to reduce down to negative 12%, so it's a negative 6% gain for a quicker reload time. Your torpedo tube reload time is increased, so your torpedoes get nerfed at the expense of a faster reload time. And then your main battery traverse speed is reduced by negative 7%. And I'm spazzing in my head right now. That's actually, that's good. Because then reduced percentage means that it's not taking as long to turn your, yeah, that's good. So you're having a faster turret traverse time on your guns at the expense of giving up your reload time on your torpedoes. So this one's actually not too bad, considering this one overall. Just you're building into your guns. So if you don't play torpedoes so much on Grozavoy, or you find it really lacking, if you want to go for more of that main battery gun build, then this is probably actually a pretty good, decent one to have. But granted, you're just going to take a big hit on your torpedoes, so keep that one in mind. Yu Yang, this is the improved main artillery. This upgrade is available in slot 5, so right now I run Concealment Expert on my Yu Yang, so that means I'm giving up concealment. It improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of artillery at mid-range. So your surveillance radar consumable action time is plus 20%. So immediately, this shifts Yu Yang from being a more stealthy torpedo hybrid build, per se, to more of a gun hybrid build. Because you get a longer duration on your radar, your main battery reload time is negative 18% versus within, well, then you can build into the slot 6 as well, negative 12% in addition to negative 18%. And you're getting a longer duration on your smokescreen dispersion time, plus 20%. So this one's actually pretty good when you take radar Yu Yang, and this is something you probably even see in the King of the Seas, and you'll see people running this in clan battles. I'm not sure if I've come across a Yu Yang running this in randoms, but this would even be decent in randoms. You're just embracing more of a hybrid gunboat build versus a hybrid torpedo build with the Yu Yang, because you're giving up the concealment essentially. So this is actually this is a pretty good one, I would say, just looking at from first glance. And yeah, gearing. This is the improved hull concealment. So this one's actually pretty good. It improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of sudden and stealth attacks. So your ship's detectability range, this is slot 5. Slot 5 right now, I run Concealment Expert, and that's negative 10%. You get negative 15% here. So you're getting an improved stealth. So you see this in clan battles. You'll see it's good for clan battles. You see it in King of the Seas. That's good. But your main battery reload time is increased by plus 15%. So you lose a little bit of that gun savviness that you have with gearing. I mean, Daring's reload time is already better than gearing's. so you're playing more stealth gearing. It's rather than a hybrid per se gun gearing, you're going more for a hybrid torpedo. Now your torpedo tube reload time takes a slight nerf, plus 5%. Dispersion of shells fired by enemies attacking your ship, plus 5%. So you still get that increased dispersion of enemies attacking your ship like you would already with the concealment systems in slot 5. So this one's decent. It's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good overall. And so players run this because then your concealment is running. I don't remember if it's exactly the same as the Shimakaze. It could be, actually. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's pretty good one to have, especially in the competitive meta. Shimakaze, the torpedo quick reload system. This goes in slot 6. So right now in slot 6, I run my torpedo tubes modification, I think it's called 2, to have faster reloading torpedoes. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing efficiency of long-range torpedo attacks. Your torpedo tube's traverse speed is negative 70%. And then it's a torpedo tube reload time of negative 25%, so even faster reloading torpedoes. And the risk of torpedo tubes becoming incapacitated is plus 50%. So let's just actually hop out and let's look at Shimakaze real quick, because I want to see this. I don't have Shimakaze, I forgot. Oh wait, but I can still compare it with the... Here we go. So right now you'd run torpedo tubes modification 2. This is what I run on my Shimakaze. I have it in the I'm resetting it for the research bureau. So torpedo tube reload time is negative 15%, and you go up to negative 15% to negative 25%, which is great. And you still carry the same risk of your torpedo tubes becoming incapacitated. And also in your favor, you get a reduced traverse speed on your torpedoes. So it means you're aiming them a lot quicker. This is really, really good. This is better than what you could be running in slot 6 already. So I'd say this one's a really good one. I would highly recommend this one, just to have that better reload time on the torpedoes. 15 torpedoes that hit like freight trucks, right, or hit like a train. This is a really good one. I would rate this one quite high for Shimakaze. Then you have Z52 torpedo fire control system. This goes in slot 5, meaning you'd be giving up concealment, which is what when I've played Z52 on public test server, that's what I've done. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of torpedo attacks. Ship's detectability range, negative 5%. So negative 10%, you go to negative 5% if you're running concealment in slot 5. Your torpedo speed is increased, meaning that you have faster traveling torpedoes. Your torpedo tube reload time is reduced by negative 15%. And then your torpedo detectability range by sea is negative 10%. So these improves the torpedoes overall, at the cost of giving up some slight concealment, and that you don't get that plus 5% on dispersion when ships are attacking you. So this one's actually, it's not bad. I don't know if I'd say it's fantastic, but this one's pretty good overall. So take that as you will. Havarosk, this used to be a tech tree destroyer, and then they moved it into coal and replaced it with Delny. So the upgrade is available in slot 5. And you might be running concealment in slot 5, or maybe you're running something, I'm trying to remember what else is in slot 5. I don't remember right now. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of the artillery. Main battery firing range plus 10%. So you have a longer firing range, so this is building into your guns, building into a gunboat destroyer. Your main battery reload time is reduced by negative 6%, and your consumable action time is reduced by negative 20%. So this one's actually really good. It's not bad, and I'd say it's good to like really good, or good to like great, because of having that longer range, having the main battery reload time negative 6%. So then in slot 6, you'd be building the main battery modification 3, so that's negative 12%. So you're gaining a negative 6% on your reload time on your guns and additional range, and your consumables are coming off cooldown that much quicker, like your heal or your smoke screen or engine boost, whatever your smoke or repair party is what you get. You can switch between the two of them. Moskva, this one's really, really, really good. This is actually what this one and the Young Mottos is what I have my eyes set on for next. This one's great. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you straight off the bat, it's great. So extended main battery effective range. This goes in slot 6. Right now in slot 6, I run the main battery reload main battery modification 3, which means I'm getting a negative 12% on my reload time and a plus 13% on my turret traverse speed. This improves the ship's tactical role by increasing efficiency of long-range engagements. Main battery firing range plus 8%, so now you're hitting out even further than what you were before. You don't get spotter plane on Moskva. You have consumables, you have radar, heal, and hydroacoustic search. Maximum main battery shell dispersion, negative 7%. So if you build into the aiming systems in slot 3, that reduces your dispersion by negative 7%, and then you take this guy and it reduces it by another negative 7%. And that's really good. And your main battery traverse speed is reduced by negative 20%. So this one's like great. It's fantastic. I would highly recommend running this on your Moskva if you have one, or saving up and purchasing this one. You'll see this a lot even in clan battles. You'll see it in King of the Seas, and this one does just fine in random battles as well. Okay, we got 8 more to go. Worcester, Worcester sauce. Slot 6, enhanced countermeasures. So right now in slot 6, I run the main battery modification 3 for a faster reload time of negative 12%. You're giving up the reload time for in favor of consumables, and you have a lot of consumables on Worcester, so that's why this one's decently relevant. You get an additional consumable all across Worcester. Your ship consumable preparation and reload time is reduced by negative 20%, so it means your heal's coming off, cooldown faster, your heal being your repair party, your radar, your hydroacoustic search, your defensive AA, and your priority sector A preparation time is reduced by negative 20%, because you are also an AA cruiser. So this one's pretty good overall. It really builds into, of course, your consumables, and then you have to give up that negative 12% on your reload time. So take this one as you will. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great. I think it's okay, is probably how I would define that one. Minotaur. This is all about the smoke, the aerosol smoke curtain system. Slot 5, meaning you're giving up concealment. That's what I run on my Minotaur to get down. I think it's a 9.3 concealment, I think, on Minotaur. And now I'm questioning my life and wondering if it's for some reason 9.1. So we're gonna look together. Oop, skipped it. Oh, it's 9. Sorry, maybe I'm thinking of Edgar. Is what I'm thinking of. Let's hop back over here. Minotaur. Improves the ship's tactical role by reducing the minimum effective engagement range thanks to the ability to maneuver in smoke areas at low speeds. So, instead of having negative 10%, you have a negative 5%. So it's not too bad. You're still being able to build in a little bit to your concealment, but not as much. Because I play Radar Minotaur, so this one I'm not, it doesn't favor me so much. Ship consumables preparation and reload time, negative 10%, so it means your radar, your heal, your hydro is coming off cooldown that much quicker. Your smoke generator consumable action time, plus 300%. That is very long action time. And your smoke screen dispersion time is reduced by negative 20%. So your smoke dissipates more quickly, but your action time is you're just sailing across the map, dropping this insanely long smoke screen. So that's pretty cool. So if you play Smoke Minnow, maybe you like this. If you're playing more competitive in clan battles, even King of the Seas, you'll see this more. But my playstyle is Radar Minotaur, so I wouldn't use this so much. This one's good. It's not great, it's not bad, it's good. That's what my opinion would be on that. Your opinion may vary. Improved main battery loading mechanisms on the Armory. This is in slot 5, and honestly, you're not even really building into concealment for Armory because it's more of a all about the guns and the kiting and the engine boost and completely avoiding salvos fired at your ship with the propulsion. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of long-range engagements. So your ship's defectability range goes up by plus 10%. Your main battery firing range goes up by plus 5%. And your main battery reload time goes down by negative 10%. So if you build into top grade gunner, this skill becomes more relevant in that sense, or this unique upgrade becomes more relevant. Armory used to be, I think, pretty good, but then they nerfed it some point back in the day, I think, before I started playing, if my memory serves correctly. So this one's okay, but if you really like playing gunboat Armory cruiser, you're probably going to like that skill. Hindenburg, slot 5. The upgraded damage control equipment. Your main battery repair time is negative 50%. Your rotor shift time, negative 20%. Your fire extinguishing time, negative 40%. Your flooding recovery time, negative 7%. And this goes in slot 5. So, for example, you would be giving up something like concealment if you took concealment in slot 5. This is just improving your overall tankiness in Hindenburg. Hindenburg is still pretty good, I would say, in the meta. Plays really, it's tanky. You're a kiting German cruiser. You like ships pushing into you type of deal. But you can brawl when need to with your hydroacoustic search and torpedoes. So this one's good. I don't know if I'd say it's great. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I would say it's good. Zhao, slot 6, improved bridge. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing efficiency of open area engagements. Maximum main battery shell dispersion, negative 7%. So you're having a greater accuracy with your main battery. You'd probably be, I think in Zhao is kind of a joke in the sense of her gun range. A lot of people I think actually run I don't remember the name of the upgrade because I don't run it on too many cruisers, but kind of Zhao, you need it in the tier 10 meta. Extended range on your main battery guns. So these are giving you a negative 7% shell dispersion, so you have more accurate salvos with your guns. Then your main battery firing range goes up by plus 8%. So it's improving your range. I played Hindenburg on PTS. I don't own it yet on here on my NA server. So this one's not bad. It's not great. I would say it's okay. If you have this, let us know in the comments your thoughts. Montana, elite damage control team, slot 5, meaning you'll be giving up something like I run concealment on slot 5 in my Montana. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing survivability and maneuverability. So Montana has the worst rudder shift in the game. I believe it is. It's kind of a joke. So Wargaming was like, hey, here's a unique upgrade that helps you with your rudder shift time, negative 30%. Your steering gears repair time, negative 70%. Your fire extinguishing time, negative 10%. Your flooding recovery time, negative 10%. I think this one's okay. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's bad. It's just okay. You're improving your tankiness slightly, your stamina, and if you get fire set on you, you're being able to put them out that much quicker. You're bringing floods out quicker, and your rudder shift time helps you maybe avoid some torpedoes or maybe an incoming salvo if it's fired away from long range. And if your steering gears get knocked out, hey, you get them back up much more quickly. This one's okay. I don't think it's that great. I think it's just okay is what I would say. Yamato, this one is very good. The upgrade is available in slot 6. So right now in slot 6, I run the main battery modification 3, meaning I'm getting a faster reload time on my Yamato. I think it's down to like 26, 27 seconds, something like that. This improves the ship's tactical role by increasing efficiency of long-range engagements. Your maximum main battery shell dispersion, negative 7%. So you build in the aiming systems modification in slot 3, negative 7%, and then you take this one, negative 7%, giving you overall negative 14% in your main battery shell dispersion. And your main battery traverse speed is reduced by negative 13%. So this also helps with your traverse speed with those big all 18-inch guns. So this one's really, really good. Like this one's, I would say this one's probably even better than Moskva in my opinion. So you can get some wicked salvos, and if you watched, I'm actually going to have a Yamato video next week. It's my newest highest damage record with Yamato. It was 290,000 damage. I don't have this, as you can see. I need to purchase. But it was a really good game, and to even have more sickening tight accuracy is really good. So this one's a really good unique upgrade to have. GK, improved ammunition hoist. Slot 6, so meaning you'd be giving up your main battery modification 3 for the negative 12% reload time on your main battery guns and plus 13% traverse speed. This improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of short and medium range engagements. Future's main battery firing range is reduced, negative 8%, so you give up some range. Your main battery reload time is negative 10%, rather than it being negative 12%. And then your secondary battery reload time is reduced by negative 15%. So it kind of blends the two skills together. Go here. Well, not two skills, two upgrades. So, because you can build auxiliary armaments modification 2, and this gives you negative 20% on your secondary battery reload time. So by taking this, you're kind of building both into your main battery, and which is negative 12%, and your secondary battery reload time, negative 20% there. So it's kind of a mix of best of both worlds, but you're giving up range, which is 20.6, but you do get a spotter plane, so that makes up some of the difference. And GK is kind of like you throw a lot of crap on the wall and hope it sticks when you're firing at range because of German dispersion. So the guns, jokingly, you didn't aim, you just got lucky if they landed where you wanted them to. So you don't try to dodge GK salvo, because if you try to dodge, you just end up like eating it. So it's decent. I'd say it's okay. Republic, the main battery fire control station. This is in slot 6. Changes the ship's tactical role by shifting the effective engagement range from long to medium distance. So your main battery reload time goes from negative 12% if you take the main battery modification in slot, main battery modification 3 in slot 6, negative 12%, and it decreases it more to negative 18%. So it's negative 6% addition to reload time, but you give up 24% of your main battery firing range, which is a lot for the Republic. And honestly, in my opinion, this is not good. When you can still get the negative 12% in slot 6. So I'd say this one's bad. I wouldn't recommend this one to anyone off the Republic. I guess I have to talk about Des Moines briefly too. And then Conqueror. This is in slot 5, meaning you'd be giving up concealment in slot 5. At least that's what I want in slot 5. And this is the enhanced engineering systems. It expands the ship's tactical role by allowing for a more dynamic combat style. Rotor shift time, negative 40%. Steering gears repair time, negative 80%. Main battery traverse speed, plus 13%. So you take a nerf on your main battery guns. They take longer to traverse. But you run this for being a more agile tier 10 British battleship. So this one is okay to bad, because I think the concealment's worth it that much more because you have those 12 guns, and you can do some nasty things when you have the conceal build on your Conqueror. So I wouldn't really recommend this one either. I think Republic maybe is the worst of all of these when you're looking at it overall and what you're trading off. And then the legendary Des Moines, like I said, if you haven't checked out Sailing Robin's Des Memes video, it's amazing. It's like Tokyo Drift themed. It's epic. I watch it multiple times a year. This goes in slot 6, so you're giving up your reload time. And this skill is so worth it, in my opinion. I think this one's really good. It's up there with Yamato and Moskva, in my opinion. Improves the ship's tactical role by increasing the efficiency of dynamic short and medium range engagements. Time taken to reach full engine power when accelerating, negative 50%. Rotor shift time, negative 20%. I mean, you can just straight up troll people with the propulsion here with Des Moines. You'll be sitting still, battleship fires at you 15 kilometers away or 20 kilometers away, and you just push W and you completely avoid it. And you're sitting still when they do this. Helps you avoid torpedoes a lot more easy. I will say about this unique upgrade, it is a learning curve, because when you're trying to push up around an island and maybe you're trying to slowly creep up around the island, If you're not careful, you'll just full send yourself out behind the island and get slapped. So it has a learning curve in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's so worth it. So I highly recommend this one. I think the 3 top ones in my mind, I would say Yamato, Moskva, Des Moines. Those are the top 3 unique upgrades that you can get here. So I'm gonna wrap this video up now. So if you appreciated this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we're on our way to 1,500 subscribers, and we're gonna have a community game day when that does happen. So I'll live stream it, that type of stuff, on the EU and NA server. Yeah, so I hope you appreciate it. Another addition to the new player guide series, and making this our 50th video in that series. So until next time, take care.